On October 2nd, wearing his Apple Watch, Jamal Khashoggi was lured to Saudi Arabia's consulate in Istanbul, Turkey, on the pretext of collecting documents for his upcoming marriage. His fiancée, Hatice Cengiz, accompanied him.
Take my phone and wait outside. I will bring the documents.
3 hours later, as Cengiz sees 6 vehicles with tinted windows leaving the consulate, she got worried.
The consulate closed at 3:30. Why hasn't Jamal come out?
He has already left from the back door.
Calling Jamal's friend, an advisor to Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan,
I think the Saudis have kidnapped Jamal.
In fact, he was already dead. That very morning, 9 royal guards flew into Istanbul from Riyadh on 2 chartered jets and waited inside the consulate for the intended target.
Okay, he's coming in. Everybody ready?
Maher Abdulaziz Mutrib, a security officer of the Crown Prince, was known to Khashoggi as the two had worked together at the Saudi consulate in London. Seeing him,
Mutrib, what is he doing here? It's a trap!
Before he can flee, the men stop him.
Help! Help!
Khashoggi was a critic of Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, MBS, next in line to the throne.
Seems you like writing, huh? Now let's see how you can.
Alarmed, the Saudi consulate Mohammed al-Otaibi can be heard telling the guards,
Do this outside! You'll get me into trouble!
Mutrib silences him with some chilling words.
Shut up! If you want to stay alive when you get back to Saudi.
Beheading Khashoggi ISIS style and dismembering his body. Dissolving it in acid. Once the dastardly deed was done, Turkish newspaper Yeni Safak reports that Mutrib made 4 calls to the head of MBS's office in Saudi. Earlier, Mutrib had already made sure
there should be no Turkish staff members working at the consul residence today.
At around 4 p.m., 6 vehicles left for the Saudi consul's residence just 200 yards away. This was when Cengiz phoned for help. By then, it was already too late. At 5:15 p.m., a second jet carrying 6 Saudi officials landed in Istanbul, picked up their comrades who had landed earlier that morning and flew back to Riyadh an hour later. Next day, as news came about Khashoggi's disappearance, the Saudis denied any involvement. But Turkish authorities say they have audio evidence that he was killed inside the consulate, possibly through Khashoggi's Apple Watch or tapping all phone signals in and around the Saudi consulate. These audio recordings were later played to CIA Director Gina Haspel. Faced with mounting evidence, the Saudis admitted that it was possible Khashoggi died during interrogation.
Jamal, why do you write against your own country?
Dying of a heart attack. In June 2017, Mohammed bin Salman became Crown Prince, replacing his cousin Mohammed bin Naif in a midnight coup. See Bisbo story. MBS projects himself as a social reformer of the Salafi kingdom by allowing women to drive and reopening movie theatres. But he brooks no dissent.
Release Samad Badani. Free Nasima al-Sada.
Several women critics of the regime still remain in jail. Khashoggi, who at best is a mild critic of MBS, had been a target of Riyadh's troll farm when he asked for more transparency and openness. I am not asking for the overthrow of the regime. I just want a better Saudi Arabia. So insecure is MBS about any criticism whatsoever that he had Twitter infiltrated by his mole Ali Al-Zabra, who secretly provided phone numbers and IP addresses to the Saudis. Trump, who is more interested in containing Iran and winning elections in the US, is quite clear.
We cannot jeopardize the jobs that will be lost if we cancelled $110 billion worth of arms deals with the Saudis.
France, Germany, UK and the Netherlands, however, suspended all political visits to Saudi Arabia, and various CEOs pulled out of MBS's Davos in the desert. WWE, however, continued their crown jewel event in November, though the star of the previous year, John Cena, pulled out along with several other performers. Turkey, which already has a strained relationship with Saudi, sees this as an opportunity to loosen MBS's grip on power.
Jamal did not die in a fight, but he was murdered with proper planning.
Khashoggi was apprehensive when he first visited the Saudi consulate in Istanbul 4 days earlier to get divorce papers from his Saudi wife.
You can come on October 2nd at 1:30 p.m. to collect the documents. I was worried, but they have treated me well.
As Khashoggi left, the trap was set.
Hello, General al-Assiri. He will be back in 4 days.
MBS, to save himself, hurled the blame on his Deputy Director of Intelligence. This is the version put out by the palace.
Major General Ahmad al-Assiri, I told you to bring Khashoggi in front of me. You had him killed instead.
All 18 members involved were arrested, while Assiri has been dismissed along with Saud al-Qahtani, MBS's special confidant. But that may not be enough. Prince Ahmed, the 70-year-old younger brother of MBS's father, 82-year-old King Salman, returned to Riyadh from London. He was one of 3 in the Allegiance Council who had opposed the ouster of Naif as Crown Prince. See Bisbo's story on Naif's ouster. Fearing his safety, he had fled to London after the elevation of MBS as Crown Prince. Will his return change the dynamics in the ruling family? Has MBS cut the very branch he is sitting on? Will the sidelined Saudi princes be emboldened enough to stage a palace coup against MBS? Bisbo's limerick! Khashoggi's murder in Istanbul is a chilling event. Saudi Arabia seems intolerant to any dissent. The cover-up failed. The royal palace was nailed. Will the world take action or just express lament? Subscribe to Bisbo's channel and be sure to click on the bell icon. Be the first to know when Bisbo releases a new video.